Alright. Okay, back live. It looks like my stream software shows that my microphone is working.
Kind of trailed off there.
Yeah, I kind of trailed off there, I know.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah, let me see. Well, I kind of started a thought and then finished it in my head.
yeah. Okay, so do we know who's going first?
Yeah, it's going to be Atticus and Ian Kaboo. Stream should be live.
All right. Do you have any predictions?
Well, I'm predicting that my microphone's going to start working at some point.
Oh, so they still can't hear you.
I
They can
don't
only hear
know.
me. Mm.
It's working. Okay, Psychosis says it's working, so I think we got it. So I apologize, everybody,
All
for the
right.
technical difficulties. Thank you for joining us today. I am 12-7 along with Zell, broadcasting with me.
What up?
Pleasure to have you, sir.
Pleasure to be here.
All right. So, looks like my stream is working well, so we can get started. I'm going to invite everybody here real quick. Why don't you give us a rundown of the first match, Atticus versus Ian Kaboo, and what your thoughts are?
Well, both players I know have been practicing all week long, at least, for this matchup. Both players are extremely psyched to play. Ian Cabu has been favoring kind of a lane Baneling Muta play. At least he's in the last game versus Terran. And Ian Cabu is just a great player all the way around. And while Atticus has definitely been working on his Terran versus Zerg play, so I think we're going to see hopefully a pretty even match.
Yeah, I know Atticus was looking forward to a Zerg matchup when he had the opportunity to face me if I would have gotten past X-Force, which I did not. And I know that you've got a little bit of history with Ian Kaboo in this tournament and your results there.
I don't want to talk about it.
I didn't think you did. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, like I said, Ian Cabu, great player. He knows his timings. He knows his resource management is just phenomenal. And he should be in Masters.
Yeah, I know.
So Atticus can stay on. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I know Atticus has been he's been practicing hard for Zerg. I know that he recently hit Platinum, and so I know he's shooting. I know he's going after you and your success to get into Diamond. So
he is, and he should be. He should already be in there. Atticus has come a long way from Silver when I first joined the clan, and when I would play him, it was okay. I'm playing Atticus, fun game. But now he's got the advantage over me. More often than not, he beats me. So he's totally just a rocket, just propelling. So.
Well, I think we've got a great match in front of us today. Those of you on the stream, you can see the format that we're going through today. Match 1 is going to be between Atticus and Ian Kaboo. It's going to be a best of 3. The winner of that match is going to go on to face Star Fox in a best of 3. And then the winner of that match will face off in the championship match against Scyther. So we've got some good StarCraft ahead of us. And we're going through vetoes right now in the first series, so stay tuned, and we will be back here in just a minute with the first map. Alright, so we are back. Looks like we've got the map order set for the first match. The first map will be on Echo. The second map will be Cactus Valley. And if it goes to a Game 3, that will be on Inferno Pools. What do you think of this map pool, Zell?
That's what I think about it. I'm not really a map kind of person, but I wish that they had Expedition. That actually is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
How about
I think
you?
that
How do you see this as favoring?
well, I think that Atticus knows that Expedition Lost is a Zerg favored map in the ZVT matchup, if I had to say. So I think that was smart on his part to veto it. And I know no one was in the chat when the map vetoes were going on, but I will tell you that Atticus was very much bemoaning Ian Caboose veto's picks. So I think both players vetoed smartly for their race against the other race, and we should have a pretty fair match.
I'm ready for some games.
Alrighty, well let's see if the guys are, and if they are, then we will... Oh, I did load up the wrong map.
Ah, you killing me, Smalls.
Oh, boo. So bad. I'm so excited for Starcraft to go that put the wrong map up. Atticus was excited for a minute, I think. So we'll take just a little bit more time to stream, and we'll be playing some Starcraft here very shortly.
Yep. Are you playing?
No.
Oh, there
I
we
wish
go.
I was.
There we go.
I wish I was playing. Sadly, no. I'm not as good as this group. Alright, we're just waiting for Atticus to confirm he's ready to go. And then we'll be ready to go. Alright, we have liftoff and countdown to game number 1 on Echo. And the real awkward silence as we load everything up here.
It's only awkward if you make it.
This is true. Alrighty, so why don't you start with our Terran player in the top part of the map.
Alright, on the top left here, we have our teal Terran player, TOG Atticus, the other half of Big Tuna, representing it here in the tournament, as I've already been eliminated. And our next opponent...
Our next opponent is down in the bottom right-hand portion of Echo. He is our Diamond Zerg player. He is Ian Caboose. Alright, so this was Atticus' first pick on the map. Do you think Terran has an advantage here?
I think this map is actually pretty balanced for each player. I mean, the naturals are both easily defended. I think actually it's going to favor Terran a little bit more. But both thirds are really hard to defend. So you got two entries on both of these. Although Ian Caboose is great with that group spread, so...
Yeah, and I say that will help him out a lot in this match. I have difficulty as Zerg on this map because there are so many cliffs and high and low points. But with good map control, good creep spread, good overload spread, I think it can be a Zerg-favored map. So here we see Iron Kaboo taking his
And-
natural before pool, before gas. So very economic opening.
And I'm wondering if we're going to see some greedy play from him, if he's just going to go straight into the third, or if he's going to throw down his spawning pool.
Well, he's at 16 supply with no spawning pool yet. 200 minerals, there it is. Okay, so he's going 16 on the pool and then 15 with his first gas. So I think it's pretty standard.
Yep, and we got the standard Reaper opening from Atticus. We should definitely give him a lot of information on what actually Iron Kaboo is up to.
When Iron Kaboo's got his first Overlord there at the natural, he sees the SCV circling the base point, so I think he knows that a low ground base is coming up soon. And there it is. Meanwhile, Iron Kaboo's taking his third back here. 3:47 into the game.
Yep. So I wonder if Atticus is going to be lucky enough to scout that.
Reaper's coming right up into the main. Overlord's missed him the whole way. Queen's just getting started. So we'll see if he's going to pull some drones to try to chase him off.
Well done by Iron Kaboo.
Yeah, held that off very well. I don't know that he lost anything. No resources lost. And 2 Lings out to push this Reaper back away. Back at home, we've got a reactor pumping out 2 Marines for Atticus and a factory on the way. Second gas also going down for Atticus.
And he sees the expansion.
The Reaper saw the third, I missed that.
Yeah. Got 2 Zerglings coming in just to poke.
Going to see a couple of Marines and he's got to turn away. Speed just now getting started for Iron Kaboo. Leaves 1 Ling high for map control. As the Reaper comes back home. 29 to 23 worker advantage early on for Iron Kaboo. So he's going very economical.
Just going to keep going.
First 2 Hellions on the map. Starcraft with the Tech Lab starting Cloak and a Banshee. So we're going to have some Cloak Banshee play. No detection out for Iron Kaboo. Layer's not started yet.
I called it. We just saw a Baneling nest go down.
Alright, speed is just about finished up. Finishing up now for Iron Kaboo on those Lings. First 3 Hellions making their way across the map.
Oh, that's horrible pathing right there.
Overlord sees him. See if they can get any work done here. He got surrounded and got picked off. Oh, and there's a bad rally point. He's going to get away. Nope, the Lings are going to surround him.
I'm not sure if that was worth it. He only was able to pick off 5 workers.
Well, if he can hold this little push here, he'll be okay. But there are a lot of Lings sitting back here.
He also has a Banshee coming across.
Okay, and Cloak is seconds away from finishing up. And again, still no detection on the field. This could be trouble.
Alright, and he's letting it.
Looks like Banelings are coming in, being morphed out here in the front. Much more Lings. If he's going to do any damage with that Hellion, he's got to go now, because the Banelings are out and they're coming to bust. And there's very little here to stop this. 14 SCVs lost as the Lings and Banelings make their way into the main. Atticus with really good control, but did end up losing about 6 more workers. Hellions down here to clean some of it up.
So far. But we still have the Banshee just kind of chilling.
Yep. Iron Kabu with a 30 supply lead now, up 60 workers to 18. He's very well to saturating that third base. Layers finished up. Spire now going down. And
alright, he's got his Banshee coming in. Let's see if he can do anything.
2 workers down. Is he going to get the queen? Looks like he's going to get the queen off creep. He does have vision now with the Overseer. And he's got the Spore down there at the third as well.
So a total of 9 kills. Catching up on that drone count.
62 to 26, he's still got a long way to go.
He sure does.
4 more Hellions make their way across the map. Kind of ran him into no man's land. Really didn't get a whole lot out of that.
You're right. Yeah, I don't think he got one drone kill off of that.
$110 to 55 supply lead for Iron Kabu. And the first mute is on the field.
Now.
And he's taking his 4th now on the 6 o'clock position is Iron Kabu. Atticus still trying to work back up here on 2 bases, back up to 33 workers now. Muter's going to clean up this Banshee. As 9 Mutas now move out for Iron Kabu. Is there anything Atticus can do at this point to get back into this game?
It's going to be tough. Widow Mines, definitely. Need some blue flame. And throw some Thors in there also to deal with the mutas. But this far behind economically, I'm not sure if he can do anything.
There's a big engage at the front. He repels it for now.
That was a good hold.
Yeah, he didn't get any further behind, which I think at this point with that kind of supply difference is a win. +1 attack on those mutas now complete.
Yeah, and Atticus needs to get those upgrades. No combat shields.
No, +1 weapons only for the Marines. Combat shields are about 10 seconds away as more units continue to stream across. Loading up a medevac and now unloading it.
We almost got Banling speed on the way here.
Yep, and 1-1 now underway on the 2-2, excuse me, now underway for those Lings and Banelings. Good micro by Iron Kabu to avoid those Widow Mines.
Yep.
And he cleans them up. Baneling speed now complete as Ainkabu takes a 80 supply lead. Sees the 4th base. No 5th. Here comes one medevac. Looks like there's a couple Widow Mines in there. Got intercepted by the mass. And the mutas are going to go into the main and tear up the supply production. Meanwhile, the wings and banelings up front are going to clean up this. All the workers in the main are getting cleaned up, and there's GG.
First game going to Ainkabu.
So compared to what you expected, Zell, what do you think about game 1?
I think it was right on. He went straight Baneling, Ling, and Mutas. He loves to do that. So
I think we were having a discussion.
Curious.
We were having a discussion on the forum. A couple weeks ago about Banelings being the counter to just about any Terran opening in the current metagame. I'm not very much of a Terran player, so I can't say how true that is from a Terran standpoint, but I know as a Zerg player to stay alive against Terran, you have to have Banelings early.
Yeah, I'm not a Terran player either. I think I'm not sure how effective Banelings are towards mech play, though.
Well, once mech is out, that's a different ball game for sure. So, looks like we're going to get loaded up into game number 2 here very shortly, which will be Cactus Valley. Thank you to everybody for joining up and hanging out with us tonight. I'm 12-7 alongside Zell. And we'll be here for the rest of the matches tonight.
That's right. We have 2 more rounds after this, correct?
Yes.
2 more series?
Yes, 2 more series after this. I think I just had it on the screen, but I think the winner of this series will play Star Fox in a best of 3. And then the winner of that will play in the championship best of 5 against Scyther. So a lot of Terran tonight.
Good old Scyther. Sorry, Scyther.
All right, we'll see if everybody's...
For a second, I thought it was going to be a game versus the broadcasters here. At least that's what Starcraft is telling me.
Yeah, Starcraft wants it to be that way. Okay, looks like the boys are ready to go, so we're going to jump right into Game 2 here on Cactus Valley.
I'm wondering if we're going to see some kind of balls-to-the-wall play from Atticus, and if Ainkabu is going to play safe now that he has one game under his belt.
I think this is really the wild card game for both players. I don't know how Atticus feels about the way he played, but I think if he thinks he played well and was overmatched to that point, then he might have to be a little more risky in Game 2. So we'll start down here in the bottom left of Cactus Valley. Down 1-0. Our purple Terran player, Atticus.
And at the top right, we have our orange, Ainkabu playing Zerg, looking to seal this off. Another 2-0 victory here.
Well, so everybody knows I have the Zerg bias. So I'm rooting for Ainkabu as much as a broadcaster can. But I also would love to see 3 games out of 3. So I'll be happy for either player here.
Yeah, and I'm a little biased towards Atticus, considering he's part of my team for the Big Tuna. So I would definitely love to see this game go to and I think it will go to a Game 3.
Well, nothing fancy from Iron Kaboo here in game number 2. First 14 supplies going to workers. Pretty straightforward for Atticus as well. Getting the wall set up in front. Getting the reactor started. Or the refinery, excuse me.
The assimilator?
Yes, the assimilator, the
Whatever
extractor. The gas building for Terran. Iron Kaboo opting for hatch first in game 2 as well as game 1. His overlords went the wrong way altogether. Well, his first overlord went to the south, and his scouting drone went to the west, and he's going to see that he guessed wrong in both instances, and we're going to have a very long way to reach one another. How much do you think spawn location favors one versus another on a big map like this?
I think it's an advantage. I actually prefer the more than 2-player maps because it forces the other player to scout, and a cross spawn like this, you have a little bit extra time to deal with an early rush.
We've got Iron Kaboo's drone going after the SCV that's building this depot. And he loses it.
And he gets it.
Reaper comes out to clean it up, but that allows
Eye for an eye.
Iron Kaboo to see the opener. As Atticus immediately parks an SCV down at the natural to start his second base. As Atticus goes the wrong way again. His SCV's going to scout it here. He's going to see that the natural's up.
There it is.
He's going to go up and see that Iron Kaboo has mined almost his full 100 gas to get speed started. And he's going to continue to keep 3 workers on gas. More banelings, one can assume.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. We might see the exact same strategy.
Looks like the first 2 lings are going to get picked off by the Reaper.
So this Reaper is faring a lot better than the previous Reaper. 3 kills already.
And another SCV coming across the map. What's this guy doing? Some kind of delayed bunker contain?
His base.
Think that's a misrally, or you think he's looking to build a... Oh no, he's got his base rallied over there. Yeah. And he pulls it back. So we're going to see some kind of delayed bunker contain or something. As the Reaper scouts the third now going down for Iron Kaboo.
Ten seconds on speed.
Bunker's going down in front for Atticus. First 2 Hellions on the map again. A couple of speedlings making their way across the map. Got a much earlier layer this time around, 7-minute layer coming down for Iron Kaboo. As the Baneling nest finishes as well. And the first 4 Hellions move out. Now Iron Kaboo sees this with the watchtower.
He does.
Is he going to get the queen? Oh, he lost the Hellion. He's getting some drone kills here. 7 of them now. 8 drones. 10, 11 drones. I wish he would have gotten the queen too. I think he could have.
I think so too.
But 11 drones is nothing to sneeze at.
That's pretty good. And he was able to take care of that one ling in his natural.
Roach worn down and +1
damage,
missile
so
attack
good.
started for Iron Kaboo.
With speed coming too.
And bunkers, nothing but bunkers going down. 4 bunkers, or barracks rather, going down for Atticus.
And he remembers this time. Awesome.
Good for him.
His Banshee is coming in.
He needs to keep moving. There's nothing at that third. This could be trouble because there's no detection. He's going to get it now.
And he sees the roaches as well.
Yes, he does. He's going to get the queen. Oh, he let the queen go.
The queen lives again.
I think he's forgotten about it. Here comes the counter push coming across the map. Does he have anything back at home? He's got a bunker and a few units. I think he could have done a lot more with that Banshee. Detection's up now. He's got to pay attention to him now. Roach Bane here, assembling here at the front of the base for Atticus.
Oh, this could be ugly.
Not much at home to protect either.
But I think he sees it, or at least senses it. He's throwing down 2 more bunkers. But will it be enough? We've got tanks on the way, a tank on the way with marauders.
Here it comes. Baneling's going to bust through the wall. Bunker goes down. Just a few light units back at home is going to be no match for those roaches. There are not enough marauders on the map. Everything's going to get cleaned up at the natural. 16, 17 workers killed at the natural. As the units continue to flow across the map for Iron Kaboo. Tank on the high ground. Repels it for now, but I think the next push is going to be bad news. What do you think, Zell?
Yeah, unless you can get some more. Oh, that's a lot of damage now. And all that damage to his supply depots. He can't.
That supply depot that just went down had a supply drop on it, so he's microing well. He's kiting as well as he can with what he has. I just don't think he has enough. As Banelings come in to take out more workers. And GG is called for Atticus.
Some good manner there. Well played.
Wow. Well, it looked like there was promise, but alas, Game 2 goes to Ian Kaboo.
It's been a little quicker.
What was that?
Yeah, if Atticus had just been a little quicker with those tanks getting out, the game might have been a little different. But good game all the way around.
Good games by both players. So I just flipped over to check on the stream, and it looks like we've got 19 whole people watching us tonight. So thank you
No pressure.
to the 19 folks that told their wives, their children, their families that tonight was going to be their night. Doghouse be damned, and is joining us on stream.
So, yeah, definitely to watch a bunch of older gamers play.
All right, so let's take a brief break here, Zell. I'm going to put some music on for a minute, and we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back to get started with the second match, which is going to be Iron Kaboo versus Star Fox. Stay tuned. The second match, which is going to be Iron Kaboo versus Star Fox. Stay tuned. Alright, guys, welcome back. Zell, you still with us?
I'm still here, yeah.
Alright.
Awesome music, man.
What's that?
I said awesome music, man.
Thank you. I'm not going to take credit for it. It's a YouTube mix that I found. So,
Hey.
this portion of the broadcast was brought to you by YouTube. And let's see what we got going on. So, we've got game 2 going on here in just a minute. Let me see if I can find everybody in game. And then we'll get rolling.
Oh, wow.
Alright, so we need to find Star Fox. There you are, sir. Let's get you invited to the game. And we'll get Vito started here. So while we're going through the vetoes and map picks, Zell, can you, I don't know if you've been keeping up, besides the glory of winning the tournament, can you share with us some of the things that are going along to the winner today?
For the winner of the entire tournament?
Yep.
Oh, yes. We do have a special treat organized by one of our own TOG members. Do you remember who that was? I'm drawing a blank.
It was, I'm drawing a blank too. I know it was one of our newer members.
You know what? I'm gonna. He needs credit, so
Yes,
I'm gonna
he
look
does.
that up real quick.
Yep, go find that.
Oh, it was the worst. That's the TOG member
That's
that
correct.
came up with this. I've actually never played with him, so I hope to see him on soon. But so what we have in store for the winner of this TOG tournament that was brought up by Atticus here, who ran in and with you, I believe, right, 12? You guys both kind of came up with
You
this?
know, he was the brainchild. He bounced some stuff off of me, but it was
Okay.
this was his.
Okay. Well, the winner of this tournament is going to be playing the one and only In Control. And correct me if I'm wrong, but of Evil Geniuses?
That is correct. Evil Geniuses. He's actually the like the head honcho there. I don't know if they call him president or CEO or what they call him.
Or Grand Master Funk?
Something, yeah. But he's pretty legit. Anybody who watches Starcraft knows this guy. Great broadcaster. Does very well, I think, holding his evil genius bias down even when he's broadcasting an evil genius player. Just a really good guy, and it's nice that the worst was able to reach out and get this match set up.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely brought a lot of fire into this tournament and definitely heated up this last 5 or 6 games. I know I was fired up.
Yeah, for sure. And then something I mentioned early on, and it probably got buried in the thread, but way back in Christmas time, I was gifted a digital download code for Assassin's Creed Unity that I will never play. So I have graciously donated that to the winner of the tournament as well. So free games and free gameplay for the winner of this one. So anyone out there who is not a member of the Older Gamers and is 25 and older, go to the website that you see at the top of your screen right now, theoldergamers.com. Check us out. Anyone 25 and over is welcome. Join the group. Get in on some of this fun, and maybe it'll be you next time.
Or even if you're not competitive, you just like watching games or playing fun games. We're always on, we're always playing, usually with a beer, just laughing and having a good time.
Alright, so it looks like the vetoes are in. Ian Kaboo is going to have the first map choice. looks like we're going to start on Echo again. And Star Fox is debating between Expedition Lost and Cactus Valley. Looks like Expedition Lost is going to be the second map, which leaves Cactus Valley for third if we get there. So give us just a few minutes, folks. We'll get loaded into the game and get this party started. Echo. And as we wait for everybody to load into the lobby here, we thank you all again for joining us. So we're down to 15 viewers now. So if anybody knows who the 4 are who are lame that couldn't make it to the second game, be sure to ridicule them greatly next time you see them.
Hey.
There we go. Alright, we'll make sure that everybody's ready to go. And we'll get started here on Echo. And looks like both of them are ready. Zell, you ready?
Oh, yes.
Always ready.
I'm always ready. Wait, I need to go grab another beer.
Go, go, go.
Oh.
Fortunately, Zell streams from his kitchen, so it's not too far away. So I've heard. I don't spy on him or anything.
All right, we're good.
All right.
A lot of Terran versus Zerg in this tournament, actually.
Yep. Iron Kaboo is the only hope for non-Terran. All right, so you want to start us up in the top?
Yeah, definitely. Up top here, we have our green player starting out with some good manner. TOG Star Fox. And a little bit about Star Fox. He's come a long way. His gameplay has improved significantly, obviously. I mean, he's, if I'm not wrong, he is third place right now, or tied for third right now.
Yeah,
with Iron Kaboo.
He ran all the way through the winner's bracket and made his way to the finals of the winner's bracket to face the winner of our last match, who is this man in the bottom right-hand portion of Echo, our purple Zerg player. It is Iron Kaboo. So we just saw Iron Kaboo do the extractor trick. I don't know if that was planned or if that was a mistake on his part. I know usually when I do it, it's a mistake. But he's a far better player than I am, so who am I to say? I will agree with you, Star Fox. I faced Star Fox in the second matchup in the tournament, and he's a silver level player right now, and I'll be honest with him, I took him very lightly, and he has come a long way. His build was solid, and I expect to see his Hellbat rush at least once in this best of 3, as Ian Kabu takes a quick second again. He's come a long way. He's very precise, and he gave me fits as a Zerg player, so we'll see what he can do against Ian Kabu.
Okay. Well, actually, we have a little bit of a problem right now. You need to switch your screen there.
There it is.
12.
There it is. We should be there now. Thank you, guys, for hollering at me.
Holla, holla.
I think for the next one of these, there needs to be a drinking game. So every time I forget to do something or say some kind of catchphrase or make a terrible, terrible, terrible joke, that everybody needs to drink. So feel free out there if you have a beer in hand like Zell and want to play along with the stream. Go ahead and make up a drinking game there in chat. I'm sure it'll be fun. All right, first barracks down with a Reaper coming out. Second barracks going down behind it for Star Fox. Did I see that right? No, that's a factory. Excuse me.
It looks like we got the same gameplay so far from Iron Kabu. 3 hatcheries down already, looking to get... Actually, no. He has no gas.
Yeah, no gas up here as the Reaper comes down for Star Fox. Reaper sees the third. Coming to check the fourth location, sees nothing there. Second Reaper just kind of hanging out at home. See what he wants to do with that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Star Fox has seen his third, though.
He's able to micro that Reaper away from the 2 Zerglings there at the natural. As Ian Kabu continues to pump out workers, 29-21 already the advantage, 5.5 minutes in.
And it's just going to keep growing and growing. He's got queens out.
Looks like a starport coming in now for Star Fox with the first Widow Mine protecting the front. Second Widow Mine on the way. Marines being produced 2 at a time. As the Reaper and some Zerglings play tag here in the middle of the map.
And I like how Iokabu protected those drones.
Making a couple of structures.
Extractor. He sure did.
I missed that on the stream, but we saw the aftermath of it. 2 Reapers now. Going to come up to the third, see what they can do. Not a whole lot with that queen there.
We're up to 49 drones, 226. Oop, nope, we just jumped up to 53.
Okay, looks like the engineering bay going down for Star Fox, so it's not going to be a quick armory and quick Hellbats this one. He's got his first medevac on the way as well. Widow Mines in the front. And a couple of misrallied SCVs there at the natural.
We also have a Roach Warren going down. Or if we're going to see more Roach Hydra play this game.
I think this would be a good place. There's no Baneling Nest, so it looks like it may be a big Roach push. I don't see layers going down so you can get Roach speed once that completes. I don't see any Evo chambers yet.
Oh, we're getting greedy. He already has a 4th base started here at 8 minutes in.
Yeah, typical timing is 10 to 11 minutes So this is definitely a little bit earlier.
But he will see this, I think. Yeah, he's going to go right over it.
Yep, right over the top of it. Looks like there's a Widow Mine loaded in there as well. He forgot about it. He's killed a couple of workers. 2 workers down. He sees the 3rd. He's going to drop in here and take out a drone at the 4th. More drones coming in. They're being rallied to the minerals, but Star Fox isn't paying attention.
But he's on focus fire.
And here come the roaches to clean it up. He lost all 3 of those Marines. Tank positioned in front for Star Fox, and his 3rd is just about finished up here on the high ground in the main. A lot of roaches migrating at the 3rd now for Ayin Kabu. And roach speed is just completed. So it looks like we're going to have a mass roach push as +1/+1 begins on those roaches as well.
Yep. And just look at the supply difference we have so far. Ayin's 125, Star Fox is 82.
He needs to have more than a couple tanks up here at the front. He's getting his bunker put down, but he really needs to have a wall to give those tanks a chance to push through some of that armor on those roaches should they push. 5th base now going down at the 1 o'clock position for Ayin Kabu. I think this is more for larva production than it is for actual mining. I think he's getting his bases set up so he can have some larva without having to eject as much. If he misses an inject, he'll be alright. It looks like roach burrow movement now coming in. And burrow also on the way.
Interesting.
And the hive is now being produced at the main as the hydras begin to join the roach army. So you were right about roach hydra on this one. Star Fox scans the wrong base and sees that his 5th is actually in the wrong place. And Ayin Kabu's just about maxed out here at 13 minutes. As burrow completes and tunneling claws about on the way. So unless he gets some detection up here, these roaches are going to be able to burrow right on top of or right through and into the main and away from this front defense.
That's very true. However, a lot of Ayin Kabu's supply is his workers at 87.
So the 2 Reapers were up here at the 1 o'clock position seeing the 5th base and was cleaned up by some Hydras, so he sees the Hydras as well. Another medevac with a Viking escort coming along. The Viking peels off. He's actually picked the right way to go as he goes around the incoming army of Ayin Kabu. See if he's going to do anything with these burrow roaches or if he's just going to push up. And he's just going to push.
Is it enough? I don't think so.
I don't know. He may get a hold here. He's definitely cutting into that army supply. Tanks are doing a lot of work, but those roaches are so strong. It drops down here in the natural as he's losing some workers. Some roaches here are going to clean it up. He repels the attack at the front with SCVs. So the attack comes back for the moment. But there's still almost a 75 supply lead for Ayin Kabu at this point. His +2 missile attacks are about to finish. Ultra Cavern is down. Double Spire is down, working on upgrades.
With adrenaline glands.
Yep, for those cracklings. It's probably one of the most underrated upgrades in the game, I think.
But yeah.
And Iankabu's going to deny this third here. Loses 8 more workers, does Star Fox. Here come the burrowed roaches. This is what we're waiting for. No detection, so he's going to be able to scoot right on in. Right past all the Marines. The scan just misses him.
And this is going to be devastating.
Yep, and they're in the natural. They're going to pop up and surprise. Some of them pop up in the main. More burrowing back to the mineral line at the main. Those are going to come up and take out a lot of SCVs. Cleaned up the entire natural. Going to work in the main. And it's about all downhill from here for Star Fox. There's more upgrades finished up for Iankabu. And GG is called. Alright, Zell, what's the instant analysis for Game 1?
Iankabu and his expanding. Wow.
Yeah, I agree. He took instant map control. Didn't allow the Reapers to get a whole lot done. Bottled them in on 2 bases.
Map control.
Alright, so we're loading up here in Game 2. Looks like both players are ready. We're going to get loaded up into Expedition Lost. I feel like this map's a little bit Zerg favored in this matchup. What are your thoughts, Zell?
A little. However, this is my most favorite map to play against Zerg as a Protoss player. So
why so?
I love I forgot which programmer I saw doing it, but there is a little nook.
So we'll start with the introductions and then we'll get back to that. So here in the bottom left of Expedition Lost, down 1-0 in this best of 3, looking to make a comeback, is Star Fox. And in the upper right of Expedition Lost is our purple Zerg player, up 1-0 in this best of 3. It is Iankabu. Alright, Zell, sorry to cut you off there as we were getting in the game.
No worries. No, if you look over here at the natural on the north side of it, or if it's the south side of it,
okay.
You'll see a little, kind of like a little pier coming up.
Yeah.
which is just big enough to put 2 pylons and 2 cannons behind it. It's very hard for for a Zerg player to get to those cannons, allowing you to build all kinds of cannons, denying naturals.
Okay. I can see that. Fortunately, I haven't seen that on ladder, so I still find this to be a fun map for Zerg. SCV Scout sees the natural right on time for Iron Kaboo before anything else. Star Fox a little late on his gas to open Reaper. We'll see what he does with this. Spawning pool about halfway finished up now for Iron Kaboo. Still no gas for our Zerg player. First Overlord gets to the natural and doesn't see anything. This is a smart play for Star Fox over here, putting his supply depot over here on the north part of his base.
I like it. I would definitely like to see a more aggressive play from Star Fox this game.
Third base already now for Iron Kaboo.
Yes. I mean, we've seen these last 3 games that Iron Kaboo loves to just go triple base.
And the scouting SCV goes down by the first 2 lings. Two links for Iron Kaboo, well positioned at both points to detect the third base to the north and also the move out. They're at the 6 o'clock position. Nothing but drones and queens on the way for Iron Kaboo, however.
Yep. And unfortunately, I think we're just going to see those drone numbers just skyrocket here in a sec.
So Star Fox has built 2 more barracks with a reactor and a tech lab, each on one. So he's got 3 barracks now. 2 of them are going to have reactors. And a late factory coming right behind it. Star Fox also moving some workers from the main to the natural. Looks like Iron Kaboo's moving over to take a 4th base here at the 3 o'clock position. Got a drone in position. Star Fox got himself a little bit supply block there with all the production from his 3 barracks. Combat shield's just about to finish up on these Marines. And it looks like he's going to get an Overlord here at the top part of the map.
He just might. And he will.
I think Cebu, in fairness, has a lot of supply available.
He does.
4 queens out in front to help spread creep. First drop loaded up for Star Fox. And all he has is queens. 10 queens and 1 Zergling on the field.
And that scan, that's a nice scan, drawing Iron Kabu away. However, he's still got 2 spines.
And a queen to deal with. And a spore. He better do something or he's going to lose a bunch. The spine's doing some work on his units, but he's going to get a queen. He's gotten 7 drone kills. Another spine coming down to help out. Nine drone kills. Up to 10. That's 11. As the Queen army comes back to clean up. Very defensive posture with all these queens. As the lair is just about to finish up for Iron Kabu. So this is kind of a new one for me. I don't know that I've seen the Mass Queen play. I admittedly am not the best player in the world. Have you come across this one, Zell?
Yeah, I've come across it a couple of times against Psychosis. And each time I see it, I'm like, what?
Is it a death by defense approach?
Yeah. And I mean, queens are, with that amount of queens, it's, especially against profile players, it's hard to take them out sometimes with an endless transfusion.
Yeah, he's got 15 queens on the map right now and 82 workers. So while the supplies are fairly even, 41 Marines on the field for Star Fox at this point. Loading up 2 drop ships. Drop ships, wow, there's my SC1 days. Medevacs. Going 2 different ways with them. One of them's surely going to get picked off by the Queen Army. If they see it. Which they do. He's going to make his way. Oh, he made it to the main. He got around it.
Nice. It's a good drop location.
Yep. Yep, and there's nothing home except for 1 queen to defend it. He got the medevac. There's another medevac that went north that just unloaded here at the 9 o'clock position. Get more worker kills. As Zergling speed just now finishing up. 7 more workers killed. As the drop at the top side now comes into position.
And we have Ultralists in production.
5 Ultras on the production tab for Iron Kabu.
And the only thing slowing him down is that gas resource.
Make his way right back into the main with this drop. Zerglings now being produced. I think these are the exception of the first two. The first Zerglings being produced. Adrenal glands being researched. Ultraless Carapace now finished up. As the first Ultra makes his way across the map. All the Zerglings run right by the border of the scan. And that is what I would call mass marine there in the front. Taking out that one Ultra. To get the one. Zergling's offering a little bit of a meat shield. The second Ultra goes down. Third Ultra goes down. But Iron Caboose still up. 182 to 129 supply. And here's the big army. This is the one that's going to do the work.
This marine parts everywhere.
I apologize to those of you that are watching with small children with all the blood on the screen.
It's everywhere.
This is Carnage and Star Fox knows it. GG. So I think Star Fox fought very well, but ultimately I think this was a case of a silver player running into a diamond player.
Who should be masters. But yes, I agree. And it's only a matter of time before he does get into masters. But Star Fox did a tremendous job with those drops. He did slow down the production of those ultras.
Yeah, I think a little bit more multitasking, and Star Fox could have made that a little bit more of a game. I think Ian Caboose just he had the answer for it. He knew his game plan. He knew where he wanted to go. He teched to it very, very quickly, and ultimately led him to the victory in game number 2.
Yep. And to Star Fox, he was unable to play this week for about 2 weeks. So I think he did remarkably well for not having played for 2 weeks, especially.
Yes, I think honorable mention to our Cinderella story in this tournament for Mr. Star Fox. He fought very well, fought much better than I've seen him play in any time that I've been playing with him with the older gamers. So kudos to Star Fox for your show in this tournament. Congratulations to Ian Caboose. I think we're in store for a magnificent championship match, best of 5, between Ian Caboose and Scyther.
Two top diamond players. Now, is Ian Caboose former master?
I believe he is. Ian Caboose? No, I don't think Ian Caboose is. I think Scyther is.
Yes, Scyther is.
Maybe from the Wings of Liberty days. I don't know. But either way, he's a darn good player. He's not lost a map in his run through the winners bracket. So this will be a great one to watch, a great one to cast, and thank you all for joining us on stream this evening. So while we get the next match set up, we'll take a brief break. I'll put some more music on for everybody. Thanks again for everybody who's supporting us this afternoon, this evening, wherever you may be. And we will be back shortly. It's amateur hour here on Twitch tonight. So for those of you that missed the intro, we have Scyther up here in the top right, and I and Kaboo here in the bottom left of Expedition Lost. I do that again to show off all the fancy graphics that I made at work today instead of working.
So hopefully nobody from work is watching.
We have a 12-12 out of Scyther here. So it looks like a Reaper opening. Looks like we're going to see Hatch first out of Ein Kaboo.
I think the only
standard
variant
so
he's
far.
made on this build tonight is he's gone early gas once or twice after going 15-16, hatch and full.
So, quick question for you, Atticus, as a Terran player here. Well, what kind of benefit could we see if Scyther actually goes like 2 to 3 Reapers, knowing that Iron Kaboo loves to play Eco?
2 Reapers, you can't do too much. You can dive. When you get 2 Reapers, you pretty much have to get at least 2 drone kills. With 3, you can start pulling them back and you can start harassing queens. You can start one-shotting slow lings off creep. It's really once you start getting past that, the 4, 5, 6 Reapers build that you really can start doing some damage, but that's a pretty heavy investment.
Look at Iron Kaboo, guys. He's going to a third hatch here at 3:30.
Yep, like I said, he loves his triple hatch play.
And the first Reaper's on the way for Scyther. Is he going to come and scout the third, or is he going to go right into the natural? Looks like he's going to the natural.
Yep.
But he should notice there's no gas and say, hey, you have no gas, just have queens, set of zerglings, where's your guy? Get a third hatch.
Iron
Ooh,
Kaboo
that's
does
a
smart
good
thing.
save.
He's so good at doing that, too.
Meanwhile, back at home, Scyther is about halfway done with his second base. Has the factory
Scyther
coming
might
down.
lose this Reaper. Ooh,
And there it
loses
goes.
the Reaper and does not scout the third. That's pretty big. Not only does not scout the third, but losing that Reaper, you lose early game map control against these slow lings, and now this little ling and any subsequent slow lings are free to do as they please out here.
So what do you do on that, Atticus, when you lose your map vision? I know that's a big thing for Terran players in the early game, especially against Zerg.
Go in a corner and cry.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
In case I play anyone in a peep mode and you kill my early Reaper, you know what I'm doing. Now, typically, I open up Hellions every game, and so you just have to wait for your Hellions, and you have to get back out there and just retake map, map control, clear out the watchtowers, and usually you saw in my games, I try and get some drone kills as long as there's not a wall off and a ton of speed lanes.
Scyther sees the third now. He sees that it's up and running, and there's a queen there already, so he knows it's been there a while.
Now, it's interesting he made a Widow Mine and didn't go into Hellions. I'm not sure if that's defensive or if he has a plan for that.
Well, I think going back to losing map control, he knows he's got to be somewhat defensive because he can't spot a big all-in. So he's got the only thing that Iron Kaboo could really have en masse right now is lings, and one Widow Mine shot will take care of a lot of lings. As his first Hellions do make their way on the field.
Now, interesting placement for the starport. It's almost like he's trying to hide it.
Loading up right now for the drop.
And he will see it.
Moving his Hellions out and rallying, other Hellions to those.
And here come the Zerglings back to the main with a queen coming out to the front to intercept this drop. As the Hellions make their way to the third.
And there are some juicy drones just waiting to get killed there.
That was a good split, though.
those are slow lings, so they can't get a good surround on these Hellions, so he does lose one.
Yeah, off grief, he can these Hellions, he can kite him all day long.
Little marine support for these Hellions. And back into the third to try to deny.
Well, that's fine. Crawler, get up in time.
It will, but I don't think it'll have a lot of help.
Ooh, some good bailing shots there.
Didn't even get a shot off before that spine crawler went down. Medevac goes down. Looks like the drones and a few lings are going to clean this one up.